Let me just explain the problem with a story. The story comes to you from one of my participants of this program, BU, and the story is from 2005. Right now he's not in India, but he was in India, in Bangalore, and like any regular day in Bangalore before COVID times, okay? So he's waiting at the bus stop for the bus, and as you can imagine, or I'll just show some number or some picture on the screen showing you how buses or town buses inside Bangalore, Delhi, Hyderabad, how we travel, right? Regular Indians. So he's waiting and he was getting late. So he just hooked into the, gate and, hanging, the bus started moving. And then the people who are hanging, they looked inside, there's a little bit of space, 4 or 5 people could squeeze in. So they started shouting, hey guys, move back, we can just squeeze in probably, and then, a little bit of, discussion happened, and, a few people started moving here and there, and, a couple of them squeezed in, but more could have gone. But there was a gentleman at just above the steps who was not moving back. He was just giving side and saying, go past me, I cannot go back, okay? And everybody started shouting, and how buses are, and if you're hanging outside a bus, your emotions are pretty high, emotional states are pretty different, right? So everybody almost started shouting on that particular guy, and the conductor who was at the front of the bus, he started squeezing in his way to the back end of the bus. He arrived at the gate, he listened to what the people are fighting for, then he started pushing this gentleman in behind, like, go inside. This gentleman registered with a lot of shout and said, listen to me guys, you are not listening what I'm telling. I have to get down at this particular stop, and I have to be in my drill at 10:30 sharp, then in my briefing at 12:30 sharp, and then 3:30 I have to be on a plane that will drop the Indian Army or drop me into this particular city, border city between India and Pakistan. But that's what it is. This is 2005, right? So once he explained the scenario that 10:30 he has to be in the drill, not on the road, not in the bus, inside the drill, and then 12:30 he has to be in the briefing, and 3:30 he has to be in the flight. Everybody listened to that. Everybody was silent. They didn't speak a single word, right? Then the conductor said, okay, sir, stop, no stop. You tell me exactly where you want to get down. I'll stop the bus. You will get down. We can do that for you at least. This is the least we can do for you. And everybody agreed. Right? So before this guy explained his scenario, everybody was doing what? That is the problem you just mentioned. Everybody was judging him. But after the scenario is explained, the context is shared, everybody was able to understand him. Everybody was able to empathize with him. We have the capability to empathize, but we lack the patience to understand the context. We lack the courage to ask the right questions, simple questions, to get more information about the context. The moment you gather the courage to do that, you can reduce the number of judgments you do in a day. We keep judging from morning till afternoon, till evening, till night, every time, judging people, judging situations, judging their decisions, judging their actions. We are judging all the time. Doesn't matter how many quotes you read or write. You should not judge the book by its cover. You should not judge a particular person from his, speaking ability, his language capabilities, how he speaks English or she speaks English. You should not judge people from their dresses, and you should not judge people from their looks. How many quotes you read doesn't matter. Your brain, my brain, it's hardwired. It's hardwired to judge. Take the information, process quickly, right? And compare it with pattern inside our head. We are hardwired to do that. But with practice, with presence of mind, or with being mindful, you can handle this particular thing. And how to handle, I will tell you. But let me first focus on why is this happening? What is the problem? Hope you got a sense of what the problem is. We are judging all the time. So what is the step or key statement? Pause before you judge. Say with me, pause before you judge. So what is the solution? Solution is pause before you judge. You can do this. So once we unmute, you start repeating with me. I will pause before I judge. I will pause before I judge, and keep repeating this to yourself whenever you get time in the day. This is a quick fix, but this can help. Okay. So that's what the problem is. You keep judging, and now you have to move from that towards being a person who doesn't judge all the time. You have to pause before you judge.